Good morning, guys. It's 9:24 on Wednesday, the 30th of August, 2023. And this is. Oh, what is this? It is, if I remember correctly, week 21 of the second year. So, year one, week 21 of this approximately 8-year financial independence proving test, I suppose. It's a fire journey, as I term it. Let's just have a quick look at the stats as they stand. So the market's been open for about an hour and a half this morning, and as you can see, for the day so far it's up about 1/3%. Now, yesterday the market rose by, I think it was almost 2%. I happened to look last night, and I could see that it may have been as much as 1.9. So I suppose actually if you add that to that, you come up with roughly this 1 week figure. Obviously things will be different a week ago, but suffice to say there's been quite a jump yesterday. I think that's why this blue candle looks as it does. But if you look across the peaks there, as you can see, no great surprise, we're higher than this and this, but we are actually higher than this one as well. There's some clear blue water there, so to speak. So there's not too far to go before the current price point would be showing a brand new high level, beyond the highs that we have had in the past. In terms of the portfolio value itself, currently just sitting at roughly 6.9% positive on investment, and a little bit under 9.5 grand in it. Probably will reach that once we do our investment and a little bit more growth takes place. These are the figures at the bottom, unremarkable really. 7.2% for 6 months is not unusual. So that is fair enough. And it's going to take us, from, let's say, from about this point, which was December last year, we're going to need to allow roughly another few months to let the market kind of shake itself out of the uncertainty that there has been over the past sort of couple or 3 years. Let's have a look at the notifications. So this one appears to have come in sort of late yesterday. Tesla up 6.3%. That in and of itself may have been enough to influence the price for the whole index. I know Tesla is a fairly big component of the market. It is a weighted index, as I understand it. Now, in contrast to that, NEO down 11%. Chinese is about the only word I can associate with NEO. I'm not sure what the company is, what they do. PDD Holdings sounds like a financial company, but I don't know. Oracle, presumably Oracle Computer people, up 3% on a buy rating. AI excitement, okay. Yeah, I can imagine the banking sector will have a lot of efficiencies to gain from AI. They may find there are some wrinkles to iron out as well. I suppose what I would say there is I'm not sure that AI would make for the most sympathetic bank manager, and it's not just about sympathy, it's also about customer relations, and the reputation of the bank. It's all well and good keeping your losses, or not so much your losses, but it's all well and good keeping your risks low, but you do need to manage the customer relation if you're a big company. Guys, I am going to have to resume this shortly. Please bear with me. I need to do something, and as I say, I will resume shortly. I'm just going to throw the intro back up again, and as soon as I can, I'll be back. I'll not let it run the full 7 minutes. See you shortly. Okay, my apologies. That's me back again. One of those little things that can happen now and then. And I think that's a first that's happened to me during a live stream. But yeah, I just thought it was more sensible just to slip in a little interlude. So let's get back. I think we were on the notifications. And working my way down. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else that I recognise there that I want to comment on, or any particularly remarkable figures. So there's a company has gone up 30%, going by that, to become the third most valuable automaker in the world. VFS, VinFast Auto. I've never heard of them before, but obviously that's quite significant. I don't know what 3M. They were the mask makers for the the FFP3 masks, if I remember rightly. They've gained 6%, but it says as the company nears lower than expected settlement of $5.5 billion. I don't know what that relates to. There's some legal case ongoing, obviously, but I don't know who with. Very interested to know if anybody does know, if you want to put it in the comments. And here's an interesting one as well. Hawaiian Electric soars 40% after disputing the cause of the Lahaina fire. Now that I do know a little bit about that. That relates to the what I can only describe as the incineration of parts of Maui. Has been extensively reported on by Rebel News and others on YouTube. And as far as I'm aware, there was a suggestion that the electricity company had kept power running to places that they would have or should have known had already been heavily impacted by the fire and so on, and essentially the allegation, I suppose, was that Hawaiian Electric was in some way responsible for worsening the fire, if indeed they weren't actually responsible for it starting. So they have, as you can see, obviously according to this, they have disputed the cause, and that has stood them in good stead with shareholders, or perhaps opportunists. I don't know if they had a big dip before that, but yeah, there we are. Guys, let's get on and we'll do our weekly investment. So we need to hit the buy button. I will get there eventually. It's one of those mornings where everything's just kind of in a bit of a rush. Okay, here we go. £120 of Vanguard S&P 500 exchange traded fund. We're buying it on the Trading 212 practice platform. That's going to get us about 1.7, well, basically 1 3/4 shares roughly. A bit less than of late, but that's because the price has gone up, and of course that's what we like to see. So I have submitted the order has executed, and the figures have updated. As you can see, we're very close now to the 9,500 invested, and yeah, as I say, this is year 1, week 21 of the investment journey. So if you had been doing this for real, if you had started a year and 21 weeks ago and invested exactly as we have in this theoretical model, by now you would have the extra 600 odd pounds worth of value in your portfolio, as compared to stuffing it under the mattress, which brings you absolutely nothing, and in fact actually costs you money in the long term. Now that said, I should set that comment against the claim that inflation is running at something like 11%. So on that, measured against that, we're not actually really making anything, and you could even say that our money is worth less than it would have been if we had I don't know, put it in some other asset that wouldn't be devalued by inflation. Right, guys, that's it for this morning and for this week. If you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you like this one in particular, although I would be surprised if anybody did because of the little interlude, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And of course, if there's any questions, comments, or anything else you would like me to address, please put them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to have a look as soon as I become aware of it. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great end to your Wednesday. I'm just trying to get the little box. There we are. Lovely.